Hi everyone, I'm Becky and welcome to Becky's AngelScopes. I'm so happy you're joining me here today. It is autumn in the Northern Hemisphere where I am, and so I hope for all of you, the pumpkins are on the porch and the mums are blooming in the garden. It is indeed going to be a wonderful autumn. For those of you in the Southern Hemisphere, it's springtime, so enjoy that as well. Now, happy birthday, Libra, and happy birthday upcoming, my dear and fabulous Scorpios. It is a very, very, very powerful time for manifesting what your heart desires, because it is said that on your birthday, as you blow out the candles and make your wish, you have a direct line to source energy to manifest whatever your heart desires, as long as it is in the highest and best good of all concerned. So expect that fabulous birthday gift to come to you soon. All that being said, I want to thank my subscribers for subscribing. It is such a joy to see that you enjoy these readings. And those of you who are just visiting, we welcome you to join us and subscribe as well. And if you decide that you would like a private reading with me, I would be honored to do that for you. I do readings on just about any particular area of life, and I have many different spreads that are available. And of course, we always give the last word to the angels of love and light. All that being said, it is time to look into the month of October. I'll see you there. Hi Pisces, this is Becky and we are about to begin your October 2017 Love Focus reading. Sorry this is a little late, the time got away from me, and so we are here now, so everything's fine. I've already created a sacred space around us and our reading today. And so we're just about ready to begin. We're going to be using two decks for the reading. This one is called Wheel of the Year Tarot, and it's got all 4 seasons depicted here, and I loved that autumn leaf, so that's why I chose it. Plus it's got all that beautiful orange color, and the cards themselves are very colorful. Then to crown the reading today, we'll be asking the angels to help us with that as well, and we've chosen the Romance Angels Oracle cards by Doreen Virtue. Beautiful cards that speak to love, which is our focus today. Now we're going to be doing a 5-card spread. In the first position, we'll be laying a card for the general situation between you and the person who was foremost in your mind when you came to this reading today. And if you don't have anyone in mind, then think of it as the overall energy love energy surrounding you now. In position 2, we'll be looking at how the other person feels about you. Then we'll be laying another card in position 3 for how you feel about that person. And for those 2 positions, if you don't have anyone in mind, then those 2 cards will give you clarity and insight into how you really feel about love. Even though you think you may have a positive outlook, those cards may show us that maybe there's a vibrational set point that you're emitting that it might be advantageous to shift in order to bring great love in. And in position 4, we will look into what obstacles might exist toward either taking that relationship to the next level or forming a new relationship from the get-go with this particular person you have in mind. And if no one is in mind at this moment, then it's going to be looked at as obstacles for you to be aware of, so that you can work with them and shift that and call in great love to you. In the 5th card, we'll be looking at any outcome or advice information that Spirit wants to give us today. Okay, so without further ado, let's get started. Angels, we are here with our beautiful Pisces friends, and we are focusing on love for Pisces in October 2017. And we would like a card on the overall general situation, angels, between Pisces and the person who is foremost in their mind today. There it is. Okay, angels, in position 2, how does this person feel about Pisces right now? How does this person feel about Pisces? Whoa, that's my fault. Angels, how does this person feel about Pisces? There it is. Thank you, angels. Angels, how does Pisces feel about this person? Pisces feeling about this person. There it is. Angels, what about obstacles? What are the obstacles to Pisces and this person forming a relationship? Pisces, there it is. Angels, what about an outcome or advice message for Pisces there it is. They definitely wanted that one to come out. Okay, so let's take a look. First, Pisces, I'm going to turn them over, the 4 cards one by one, and we'll talk about them, and I'll show you the cards too. And then we'll turn over the 5th card after we're done with these 4. Okay, so let's go ahead and take a look. Okie dokie. All right. In position 1, Pisces, we have the 2 of Pentacles. Position 2, we have the Ace of Cups. Beautiful card. In position 3, we have the World, Major Arcana. Beautiful card as well. I love this deck. And in position 4, we have the 5 of Swords. And we'll get to position 5 in just a moment. Let me just double check and make sure that you can see those more or less. And I'll be yes, you can. Okay, good. And I'll be holding them up as we go and pointing out some of the imagery on them. Okay, so we asked our angels to help us, Pisces, what is the general situation between you and the person who's foremost in your mind? And this is it. When I see this card, you have the 2 of Pentacles here. What it reminds me of is seeking balance. And you'll notice they're on this old-fashioned seesaw, and it's anchored into a walnut, which is interesting. So in another way, it may represent the general situation is one where there's a potentiality for something to grow from it, from whatever you've established with this person. There's a potential for something to grow, and that's a general situation around that. Growth is possible in this situation. There is a need to achieve a balance, some sort of balance. Now, what is off balance? The Pentacles normally would represent money, but we're not reading this on a superficial level. We are looking deeper into the meaning. Pentacles also can be read as spirituality. Spirituality. There's a spiritual connection between you two. There definitely is. And there's also an issue of balance in order to promote growth. Is one person giving more to the other than the other person is giving to you? So there could be where one person is giving too much, or one person is not giving enough. One person wants more and the other person isn't coming forth with that. But definitely, this is a card about balancing so that growth can be achieved. So there seems to be a dynamic in this relationship, like I said, where something, let's turn on my timer here, where something may need to be adjusted. There may be some adjustment that's needed there. But all in all, it's delightful. The 2 participants in this particular scene are delighted to be in each other's company, and they're having the greatest of fun. And they've got all this spiritual connection between them, which, if you are someone who does believe in past lives, it could have past life connection. And that's why there's such camaraderie and soul recognition between these 2. And they're just having a delightful time. So my guess is you've been having a delightful time with this person, or you would like to have more time with this person. You've had great times together, and maybe something has shifted that where you're not able to balance out the time that you can devote to each other. Sometimes this can be due to work. Now, we said pentacles are also money, and sometimes they can refer to work. It may be that one or the other one of you or the other person may be so involved in obtaining pentacles and stacking them up in your bank account for your future and for your stability in life, that it may be a little bit hard to balance work and pleasure, work and fun. All right? Maybe somebody's away, like in a long distance situation where someone's away working and not able to actually be with you, or vice versa. Maybe you're the one that's away. So there's a little bit of a balance situation here, but there is potential for great growth. Now, if we move to position 2, as we said, we have the Ace of Cups. Scorpio, just feast your eyes on that beautiful, beautiful picture. It's got purples. It's got beautiful yellows and violets and just beautiful creamy ivory colors. And there's a beautiful fairy angel right here. She is hugging this candle, which represents a flame. And you can see there's 2, actually, if you look very closely. We won't get into that whole twin flame thing because it's kind of intense and, you know, and a big topic to take on right now. But it does symbolize the flame of love that burns bright within these 2 souls that seem to be having a little bit of difficulty balancing it out. But this card represents how the other person feels about you, Pisces, and the other person feels like you are their one. You're their cupcake. You are their love ticket. And I don't mean that in any kind of way where you think they're taking advantage of you. No, not at all. They see you as the perfect mate, perfect love partner. They want to have romance, sensual encounters. They delight in your presence. Okay? So that's how this person sees you. It's just simply a scrumptious delight full of all kinds of beautiful things in terms of flowers and, like we said, candles, and the stars above are even blessing it. It's a magical experience for them to be with you, and that's how they see you. I think they're pretty smitten with you, Pisces, absolutely all the way. Now let's see how you feel about them. Wow. Now, if we just look at this card, it is the World. It is the last card in the Major Arcana in the Tarot deck. Now, the Major Arcana form part of the Tarot deck, and they are the huge energies that can be life-changing. And they symbolize basically a lot of the different phases in life. And this is number 21. And 21 is the World. And you can see this woman here. The World can represent a lot of things, but basically it can represent the completion of a cycle. It can represent all things are, you know, basically the world is your oyster, and you're about to embark on a new cycle. This is the conclusion of a previous cycle and way of being in the world, whilst a new cycle is about to be born into your life. So it's almost like, and as I said, this is how you feel about that person, Pisces, and it seems like to me you feel like that this person could be your one. And you're feeling as if you might be able to put that button on your single life and maybe, just maybe, embark on this beautiful, beautiful relationship symbolized by a new beginning with the Ace of Cups, a new beginning in the Ace of Cups, and leaving that single life behind. But the world is at your feet. The world is your oyster, and that's how you see them, Pisces. You see that person as full of potentiality, full of potentiality. Now, in the Rider-Waite deck, the World features a dancing woman with, and there's kind of like this oval symbol, like an egg, and in that card, embedded in the artwork of that card. So in this, basically within the closing of a previous way of being in the world, there is the egg of renewal, the beginning of a renewal. And yes, I just sort of got a little bit of chills on that, which means it's confirmation from my angels anyway, and my guides, that we're on the right track. Okay, so you see them as maybe someone you would take that leap with and set out on a brand new path. Brand new path. Yes, I mean, you're both smitten. And if we took it literally, we could say you think the world of this other person. So you're pretty much right in there with them in terms of how you guys feel about each other. Now, what are the obstacles to forming a relationship? Well, we've got the Five of Swords. Now, the fives are always a restless energy, at least energy of some kind of movement and change. That's what fives mean in numerology. And so in the tarot, it's reflected here. Now you can see that this gentleman, he's got his sword here, but he's also collected two swords from these people over here that he's done, quote, battle with, and he's vanquished them, and they're left, wounded. This guy even like the walking wounded in a lot of ways. I mean, this guy seems pretty defeated and vanquished, and it's not bad or anything like that. It just means that these are mental energies and words spoken generally. Okay, so the obstacles could be that there might be misunderstandings with verbal exchanges. There might be someone taking something the wrong way. It might be that there is a slight disagreement over something. Slight disagreement. But the obstacles here represented by this kind of, oh gosh, it's not really a fighting so much as it is, just sort of maybe strong words, a disagreement, a misunderstanding, one person feeling, left out, like the other person doesn't, understand them and is walking away from them and sort of leaving them in the dust here. There's some sort of misunderstanding with words. So the advice here is to, number one, be your authentic self. Be clear in your words that you say. So mean what you say and say what you mean, and do it in clear, transparent manner. If there are any disagreements or any other different points of view, then entertain those and work that out. This is not a major issue. It is just simply, a cautionary tale, basically, to be very careful as you communicate, to do so clearly and show up as your authentic self. And there is nobody has anything to gain here. Even if he walks away and leaves these people in the dust due to a disagreement they've had or some sort of competition and he's won, I mean, that's all self-defeating. And in fact, he is basically a self-defeating figure because he doesn't really win anything from this. So basically just learn how to communicate. Swords are also communication. Communication will be key in order to take this relationship to the next level. And maybe it's just that somebody is off, fighting battles on whatever front it is in the workforce, who knows, and they're just, they've let people feel neglected back here. So it could be that. So just remember, say what you mean and mean what you say it with love, and speak clearly and truthfully with this person in a cooperative way. All right. Now let's look over here at the fifth card. Now this is the outcome and advice. Now we have the Six of Cups. Oh, it's just such a beautiful card. It gives me chills every time, Pisces. This card shows this beautiful woman with her 6 cups here on the edge of the riverbank. She's gazing into the reflecting pool of the water. The water is like a mirror, and she's sort of scrying like a crystal ball in a lot of ways, and she's contemplating it. And what is she contemplating? She's contemplating this beautiful encounter and embrace that she shared herself. This is her own self. She sees reflected in the water in the arms of this beautiful man. And this genders could go either way here. It doesn't matter. But what the Six of Cups is representing and showing you, Pisces, it's showing you that there is a chance for a reunion with someone from the past. So if, like we said here, the situation is out of balance because someone's had to leave the picture momentarily to pursue material pursuits, as it were, and you're apart right now and you're not together right now, or someone is at a distance, this, whether it be even an emotional distance, you know, like where someone has, you know, left the scene for whatever reason, but I don't feel that that's what that is at all. I just feel like somebody is just physically not able to be with you right now, or you with them. That's what it's feeling. Yeah, that's what it's feeling like. And what I'm seeing here is there is going to be a reunion. This is the advice and outcome. And even if you weren't planning it, you might want to start thinking about that, because nothing's written in stone. It is up to you and this other person, Pisces. But you, honestly, from what I'm seeing here, you will see each other again. You will. If you both want that. It does. It's just such a beautiful card of reminiscing about memories of what this was like. And then returning, like we said, returning to start this brand new phase where the world is open to both of you. Just remember, speak your truth and speak clearly, and making sure all your communications are clear. Okay, and everybody, and I just heard everybody has a chance to speak, and everybody's opinions are respected, and all matters are taken into consideration as a couple. All right, and kindness in words too, and love-filled words. All right. That is such a beautiful reading. I'm still getting chills. It's an amazing reading. Okay, let me go ahead and ask the Romance Angels. Romance Angels, Pisces is here with me, and we are asking for a final card today in this gorgeous reading for them. Romance Angels, what is the final crowning message you would like for Pisces to know? What is going to benefit them for the highest and best of all concern? And that's it. All right, Pisces. Another card where we need to be careful. This is the card of codependency. And it says, addictions are affecting your romantic life. Now, what do we mean by addictions? Well, it could be the traditional addictions everyone always thinks about. But I don't really feel that. But think about it. Is somebody addicted to work? Is somebody putting work first at all times? Work, work, work. Is somebody addicted to drama? Because this is a lot of drama going on there. Is somebody addicted to drama? We can let that go. That's not serving. So we can just let that go. There's no need for drama. Is somebody addicted to anything else? So examine the situation. Is somebody altering their mood with, I guess, self-medicating products like alcohol or recreational drug use? Not that I don't see that here, but I'm just bringing up some thoughts for you to think about. Sometimes when people do partake of substances that alter their consciousness, sometimes it's to mask maybe some inner pain or inner conflict or pain that they're feeling, and it kind of numbs them. So I just heard this. Make sure that when you do reunite with this person, that you do so with a clear mind, and swords represent clarity. So make sure that when that occurs, sorry Pisces, I have to make sure I don't talk for 3 hours here. Make sure when this beautiful reunion occurs that you are of a clear mind without any kind of artificial substances clouding and interfering with your true vibrational set point as you enter into this reunion process, or this what's the word I want? Returning. When someone is able to actually finally come and see you, Pisces, or you are finally actually able to go back and get on that seesaw with them and have fun, make sure that you're of a clear mind and you are in the now moment, refraining from any kind of some sort of self-medicating products like alcohol and drugs that are in recreational drugs. Of course, you know, your regular prescriptions, you need those. I'm not talking about those. I'm talking about anything that's done for recreational use to numb one's soul, so to speak. So if that's happening at all, if you have a tendency to need some kind of substance in order to be able to relate to this other person, then look into that and see why. If you just look deep inside, you'll be able to figure out what it is that you're trying to numb yourself to or boost your courage up for, and why you're needing to do that. And so just remember, for true love to emerge here, we've got to all be coming from our authentic selves and being who we really are at all times. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and ask for one more. Angels, can you give us a clarifier? Thank you. Yes, look at that. Why is this so important to navigate? And why is this the biggest lesson of all? That's what I just heard. This is the biggest lesson of all for you, Pisces. This is your biggest lesson. And why is it so important? It's because this person is or could be a soulmate for you. And the card says, yes, this is your soulmate, Pisces. This is. Now, remember, you have many possible soulmates. So if it turns out that this particular person, whichever one is that person, chooses not to proceed in a relationship with you, sweet Pisces, that's okay. Because your birthright from the universe is to have a soulmate. And you have incarnated here with many soulmates. And there's always one who is available to you. All right? So if not the present one that you're thinking about, there is another who is the perfect match for you. So think about these two cards together and how they fit with your situation, okay? But remember, just try to show up as who you really are without any kind of artifice between your soul and this beautiful soulmate. Well, that just about concludes the reading today, Pisces. I'm so happy that you joined me today. And I really enjoyed this reading. It is a glorious reading and beautiful. And I'm so grateful that you spent time with me today. I want to thank you very much and to let you know I will be back toward the middle of the month, which is not that far away, with a brief update. So until then, I wish you peace, love, nope, I got it out of order, peace, richest blessings, Pisces, and great love beyond your wildest dreams. And so it is.